The lights are hot, the pressure is on, and the eyes of the nation are watching. It's presidential debate night, and the two candidates, Candidate A and Candidate B, are ready to face off. Millions of Americans are tuned in, eager to hear how each candidate plans to lead the country. The stakes are high, with the election just weeks away. Every word matters, every claim is scrutinized, and tonight's debate could be a game-changer for the race to the White House. The moderator, known for their tough questions and no-nonsense approach, lays out the ground rules. Each candidate will have a chance to answer questions on a range of critical issues facing the nation. From the economy to healthcare to education, the topics are complex and the solutions are far from simple. But for voters trying to decide who to support, these issues hit close to home. Jobs, healthcare costs, and the quality of education for their children are top of mind for many Americans. Candidate A, the challenger, steps up to the podium first. With a confident smile and a message of change, they lay out their vision for a brighter future. They promise a booming economy, with new jobs created and wages rising for all Americans. They vow to make healthcare more affordable and accessible, ensuring that every citizen has access to quality care. And they pledge to invest in education from early childhood through college, so that every child has the opportunity to succeed. Their words resonate with the audience, who erupt in applause. Candidate A speaks with passion and conviction, painting a picture of a stronger, more prosperous America. They appeal to the hopes and dreams of voters, promising a better future for all. Their message is clear: it's time for a new direction, a fresh start, and a leader who will fight for the forgotten men and women of America. Candidate B, the incumbent, takes the stage next, determined to defend their record and make the case for re-election. They acknowledge the challenges facing the country but argue that they are the steady hand needed at the helm. They point to the progress made during their time in office, citing a strong economy, low unemployment, and a renewed sense of American leadership on the world stage. They caution against the risky policies of their opponent, arguing that they would lead to economic uncertainty and jeopardize the gains made in recent years. Candidate B's message is one of experience, stability, and a proven track record. They urge voters to stay the course, to trust in their leadership, and to reject the empty promises of their opponent. The debate is heating up, with each candidate offering a starkly different vision for the future of the nation.
Now, let's dig into the claims made by Candidate A. They promised a booming economy with millions of new jobs created. But is that realistic? Independent economists have cast doubt on those projections, suggesting that Candidate A's plans could actually lead to job losses in some sectors. And while Candidate A vowed to make healthcare more affordable, the details of their plan remain vague. Experts have questioned whether their proposals would actually lower costs for consumers or lead to higher taxes. On education, Candidate A's promise to make college more affordable is laudable. But again, the specifics are lacking. How would they pay for such a massive investment? Would it require cuts to other important programs? These are questions that voters deserve answers to before they cast their ballots. While Candidate A's message of hope and change is appealing, it's important to separate rhetoric from reality. The numbers don't always add up, and voters need to look beyond the soaring speeches and examine the actual policies being proposed. Fact-checking Candidate B. Separating fact from fiction. Candidate B touted a strong economy and low unemployment. Some economists credit these gains to previous policies. Despite low unemployment, wages have remained stagnant. Candidate B claimed credit for the nation's renewed global standing. Critics argue their foreign policy is inconsistent. They point to strained relationships with key allies. On healthcare, Candidate B argued for more affordability. However, premiums have risen and many remain uninsured. Voters must weigh the evidence and decide.
Section 6. The economy. Whose numbers add up? The economy was a major focus of the debate, with both candidates claiming to be the best steward of the nation's finances. Candidate A promised to supercharge the economy with tax cuts, while Candidate B cautioned against risky experiments. So, who's right? The economy is complex, influenced by many factors. Candidate A's tax cuts might stimulate growth short-term, but could lead to deficits. Candidate B's cautious approach offers stability. Ultimately, voters must decide which vision aligns with their values. Section 7. Healthcare promises, plans, and reality checks. Healthcare is another issue that is deeply personal for many Americans. Candidate: a promise to make healthcare more affordable and accessible for all. They pledged to protect people with pre-existing conditions and to lower the cost of prescription drugs. Candidate B defended their record on healthcare, arguing that they had made progress in expanding coverage and lowering costs. They also criticized their opponent's plans, arguing that they would lead to government-run healthcare and rationing of care. The debate over healthcare is often highly charged and emotional. Both sides have valid points, and there are no easy solutions. Candidate A's plans might provide more comprehensive coverage and peace of mind for those with pre-existing conditions. However, they could also lead to higher taxes and longer wait times for care. Candidate B's approach might offer more choice and flexibility, but it could also leave some Americans without affordable coverage. As with the economy, voters must carefully consider the trade-offs involved and choose the candidate whose approach to healthcare aligns most closely with their own beliefs. Section 8. Education. Investing in the future. But how? Education is the foundation of a strong society, and both candidates agree that it should be a top priority. Candidate A promised to invest heavily in education, from early childhood through college. They pledged to make college more affordable and to reduce the burden of student loan debt. Candidate B also emphasized the importance of education, but they focused on different priorities. They argued for school choice and accountability, giving parents more control over their children's education. The debate over education is often framed as a choice between investing in traditional public schools or expanding school choice options. Candidate A's approach might lead to more resources for public schools and greater equity in educational outcomes. However, it could also lead to higher taxes and more bureaucracy. Candidate B's approach might empower parents and encourage innovation in education. However, it could also exacerbate existing inequalities and lead to underfunding of public schools. As with the other issues discussed, voters must weigh the potential benefits and drawbacks of each candidate's approach to education.
Section 9. The importance of truth, why facts matter in democracy. In the heat of a presidential campaign, it can be difficult to separate fact from fiction. Candidates often make exaggerated claims or cherry-pick data to support their arguments. That's why it's so important for voters to be informed and engaged. Don't just take the candidate's word for it. Do your own research, check the facts, consult reputable sources, and be wary of misinformation and disinformation. Democracy depends on an informed citizenry. When voters are equipped with accurate information, they can make better decisions about who to support and what policies to advocate for. By holding candidates accountable for their words and actions, we can help ensure that our elections are fair and that our government is truly representative of the people. Section 10. The verdict. Did the debate change minds? As the dust settles on the debate stage, the big question is, did it change any minds? Did either candidate deliver a knockout punch? It's still too early to say for sure. Polls will be conducted, pundits will pontificate, and voters will continue to process what they heard and saw. But one thing is certain, the debate provided a valuable opportunity for Americans to hear directly from the candidates vying to lead their country. It's up to each of us to decide who we trust to guide the nation through the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. By engaging in thoughtful dialogue, respecting different viewpoints, and staying informed about the issues, we can help ensure a brighter future for ourselves and generations to come. The choice is ours.